Thank you for tuning in to another CWHipHop Podcast. This is episode 2. This is PriZm and Bank on the mic. Why don't you go ahead and say hi?
Is that what we're going to call it? The CWHipHop Podcast?
Why not? I mean, why do we got to change? I think we're kind of going CWHipHop is the brand.
Yeah?
So why don't we just keep with the brand?
All right.
Just add hip-hop.
But yeah, what's up, guys? Welcome to this week's show. How was your week?
It was great.
Yeah?
Yeah. I know yours was too.
God, it was shit.
No,
absolute dog shit. I'm kidding. I had a great week.
I was like, no, we had a great week. We just signed a lease for a studio.
Yeah.
Over in Weston area. So that's gonna be fun.
It's currently just a wood box, but it's going to be a studio.
Yeah, it's gonna be a studio.
I can't wait to actually get working on it and like having it. I don't know. I just want to be in that room already.
Yeah, it's just got to take some planning, and then we got to execute it. But I think we can do it pretty well. We got some resources and people who can help us. So I think we can pull it off to make it one of the better studios to start off here in the central Wisconsin area, because right now there's nothing for hip hop at all.
Yeah, I mean, there's
I
think a few rock ones and a few like country.
Yeah, there's other ones, but not for hip hop.
But like, there's no hip hop ones.
Nothing.
So
that's where we're starting.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I am very excited too.
I'm also excited to see more like buildings and stuff go up around the area, because like it just shows that Wausau is like definitely growing.
Well, yeah, we were just driving where it was at Red Mountain.
Yeah,
and right on the corner by McDonald's and Quick Trip there. Mm-hmm. There was. What was that even? I think it was like a Thunder Lube, maybe.
There was, I think, a Thunder Lube,
Spectrum,
and then it was a phone company, and then back behind that, they just built that Culver's.
Yeah, well, yeah, Culver's is back there too.
So like they're adding more and more stuff.
It is growing.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see that more
and
jobs.
More that other tire place that just popped up over there. Too,
that was just
within the last year or so. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's cool to see.
I hope they don't knock down Family Video. We got to save enough money to go buy it so we can turn that into our music scene. I'm gonna hold on to that. I think
that would be really cool.
Family Video is gonna be the building to take over. We just got to get the money for it.
Because you could literally use that for.
Oh, it's perfect.
All things you need it for music in the area. Like you
honestly,
have a chill room. You have a open area that you can put a little stage into.
It's got a big parking lot.
It's got a big
right
off
the main drag in Weston there.
It's also got the back porn room, which you can turn into like a studio room.
You're really focusing on that porn room.
That's because it's a studio. That's the place I want the most. But it's like the one that'll work the best. You know what I'm saying?
I know. That back room is kind of just set up perfect for it.
I know.
It was the
I just hate that I have to bring up that it's that room.
Yeah, because we don't want to talk about the video game room.
It's just that everyone knows that's the room that would work the best.
It would. That back video game room is going to be the lounge, and then we have that big open spot. There's that checkout spot we can have for the bar. Yeah, no, I think it'd be perfect. We just gotta
be really cool.
Gotta figure out what they're listing it for. I don't think any other business would.
And would you change much about the inside of it, or would you keep it looking like a fucking Family Video? Have that be the aesthetic?
Yeah, I don't know. Do we like play off of that name? Like,
I don't know how we would.
I don't know how you could either. Like, so it's like, do you have to keep it the same as Family Video? You could totally just revamp it. Oh,
well, yeah. I'm just saying for nostalgia purposes, people walk in and be like, God,
this was old.
This was a Family Video.
This was video, now it's music. Oh, well, I guess no, never mind. I was going to say call it Family Music, but that just would not be what the scene is at all.
No,
it's not family.
It's not Family Music.
It's not Family Video, but it's not Family Music anymore either. I think it'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, we got a little space. It's a small room, but we don't need anything huge right now. It's just
it's a starting spot.
Getting it out of my house so that way we can get more people in and have interviews for
the
the
station.
station.
It's actually about the same size as the room we're already in.
We're just sliding over.
Now we don't have to do this in your house, and we can also turn it into a recording studio and have other people come and record stuff.
We got neighbors that we're kind of close with, so we're gonna make connections out there with that.
Yeah, they make a lot of YouTube content, and they're always also looking for music to put in their videos.
Yeah, so I mean, we got a good spot.
Dip our toes in there, and hopefully get some good connections for everybody.
Yeah. We have a new month here. We just finished off February. February is a pretty good month for the station. We went up pretty much in all metrics except for one, but that's okay because we got some things to adjust that. Coming up here, we're going to have a giveaway. We're looking at some advertisements so we can start buying ads for the station itself to boost those numbers.
Yeah, and if you do listen to this, tweet at us and tell us how you would think about like either getting t-shirts or something or posters or something like that.
What merch would you want?
Yeah, what kind of merch would you guys be interested in?
Tweet at us, Facebook, Instagram, CWHipHop. Twitter is CWHipHop R&B. Twitter,
There you go.
CWHipHop R&B. It's hard with the headphones. Like sometimes I can't hear myself talk. So
that's why I keep one off.
I might do that. Yeah,
because it's easier to hear you as well.
Yeah, I wish that I could hear it through the headphones, but for some reason on the laptop it does.
Yeah,
but on here it doesn't. It threw me off. There was a bit of latency, so I was like, well, it's not that great, but we got to figure out the best mic setup, but that's down the road.
I gotcha. I mean, we've been talking about what we're going to do for a computer setup there because we have to bring some sort of PC to be able to run everything.
I know.
I might just bring mine in.
I think for the time being, we could bring yours in.
Yeah.
I want to keep mine here just for the time being, and I want to build a new one or do something.
Well, because I also want to build a new one for my other stuff that I want to do.
Because really, I don't need a gaming computer in that studio.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I keep it at my house for the gaming one, but it'd be nice to have two computers. So if we did something, we could have a second complete computer. Because when we do the show on this computer and I try and like look at the socials, it makes it lag and you can hear it through the stream. So I want to try and avoid that, and two computers would avoid that. But that comes with the cost of two computers. So yeah, it's just not cheap. Just got to work up to it.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't see a problem with you bringing this one in there though too, and then we can do our stuff together. It'll bring us in that room more because we won't have our setup sitting at home.
The issue though is I also have a dog here, so I don't want to like completely leave her home alone. Like I'm already thinking about taking her to my sister's when I do go and record in the studio, or we have somebody over, just because it's on the other side of town, and like here I can at least like let her out and everything in between stuff, but I want to be able to give her time. I don't want to just completely move out of the house and live in the studio now because she needs attention. So yeah, that's my one concern. Plus it's like like you were saying, it's nice to be able to play a game and you're like, I'm tired, I'm going to bed, and not have to drive home.
Yeah, but I also think it'll make me play a little bit less and focus on that stuff a bit more.
It might. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Being in there and like having like okay, well, we're here for work, not necessarily just games.
Yeah,
I get that.
And like we can still play every once in a while, but I think it's going to be more of a push for myself to create more music and work on just other stuff for even the station, trying to find stuff to talk about and find stuff for the podcast. And I don't know. I also want to eventually, I'm not really pushing on this yet, but I want to do the playlist thing you were talking about.
What playlist thing?
Curation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I mean, you know that I'm pretty good at making playlists for specific moods. I can just pick it out super fast and efficiently and make really good playlists.
Do you want to talk about the design of the studio that we were thinking? Just kind of.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, so for the desk, we'll start there because the room is really small. Like to say, what is it? 9 by 11, I think. 9 feet by 11 feet roughly.
Yeah.
So it's a smaller room, but that's fine because we don't need a big space. That's just more money that we just need a room off-site.
Well, and there's also potential for being able to expand.
There is potential, down the road. So I mean, there is potential for growth. But for the time being, it's like 9 by 11. We're gonna have a T desk, so it'll kind of like be on the back wall and have like a center island for the mics, and then the back wall will have a little more space for like working. But then we have the booth on the far side, the main computer on the closer side to the door, and then have like an extending table on the end to make it longer if we need. Just because it is such a small room, we need to make it compact enough, but be able to use the space if we need it.
Yeah, we got to use the space that we have efficiently.
Yeah, we got to really think about
pretty much what it is.
What we got, because
like also with having the flip up end on the table, we can put that down most of the time. Most of the time we're not going to need it because we're only going to need that one piece that sticks out for you and me.
But it'll be nice to be able to have that. So if we have a guest,
yeah, exactly,
we just pop it up, and then it's like, all right, we don't have to bring anything extra.
And then you were also talking about even putting a projector up and stuff, and projecting onto one of the walls, or get a pull down projector screen to.
We're looking at it. They're like under $100 for just a basic, decent one that it has good reviews. It's like, that'd be nice. We wouldn't have to fill that wall in with. We were thinking soundproofing.
Yeah,
because soundproofing is not cheap.
Yeah,
we're looking at it.
I mean,
so,
we're
a projector
starting
would be nice
on
to be able to double purpose it.
Budget, and like we already have soundproofing here that we can take and use. So we have a start there, and I mean, eventually, as we are able to actually maybe make this a living, then we can start putting money back into it. Of like, hey, like let's upgrade stuff. Slowly
Definitely.
but surely.
Yeah.
We don't have to upgrade everything at once. We already have the basics of what we really need, other than the desk that we want.
Yeah, and it's nice though that we have a couple people, at least in my family, who know woodworking.
Yeah,
we can get a custom thing built, because I think that'll be the way we can benefit, or we can maximize everything that would go into this desk to use the most space. Have it so that way it's like a command center. Like when we sit down, it's like everything's within reach. I don't have to get too crazy, because
the only thing is we have to figure out a way to cover up most of the wall, because the walls are ugly as hell.
The desk is going to be like a T, and we're going to try and make it so it's extendable, so it's bigger, but compactable, so we have space to walk. What about the walls here? Because this is kind of what you're taking on.
Wait. Okay, so what if, obviously we're going to have some of the corners with soundproofing. The back wall, we're just going to have the pull-down screen for the projector. Why don't we have one of the other walls? We have friends who like to like paint and stuff.
That would be cool. The only issue I see with that is it's not like a flat wall all the way.
Well,
like
yeah,
there's gaps that they
it's slightly textured and stuff, but if you get a cool design on there, you won't really even notice it. Like, even if you did something that looked kind of like a space thing, the divots and stuff would just give it like a 3D look. It would be sick.
What are you thinking for a color scheme? Are you thinking like dark or a light?
On that wall?
On the whole room. Like, when you walk in...
I'm thinking like a little bit darker.
You think dark?
Yeah, I mean, even with the music that comes out of here, we have a lot more dark music than, cheerful, bright, happy.
That's
like,
true.
It's just the Midwest style. It just fits it better, I think. So I say a little bit darker. So obviously we like
colors?
Black, some red, mainly. Obviously we should get a dark wood desk. I don't want something that like we have black and red walls, like, and then like some super ashy looking desk. You know what I'm saying? Like something like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is like almost like a deep brown.
Yeah.
I would call it. Yeah. I think that would work definitely to have, like you were saying, that vibe of just underground rap, kind of a darker.
Because that's what it is.
It is. It's not mainstream. It's not happy. It's like it's real.
Yeah, it's real. This is hometown stuff. This is what we all feel, what we talk about, what's going on around here. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It shouldn't feel necessarily like you're walking into this studio of like, I'm going to make it up onto the charts. It's supposed to be like, hey, I'm going in to make my real music raw. Like,
and I think too, we can get like, so the lights in there, I think, are just like on or off. But if we got it so we could like dim the lights, then it's like preference. We could have, if one artist wants it a little bit brighter in there, then they can have it bright, or if the other one wants a little darker just for what they're feeling, then you can turn it down, so we can kind of change the mood depending on what the artist feels.
Yeah, I agree. That'd be awesome. The lights in there are super bright.
They are super bright.
Which is awesome, especially having the dark like theme to it, because it will still at least feel like you'll stay awake in there. It's not going to be like...
Staying awake. Also, I like that it's brighter because it makes the room feel a little bigger. That's one thing with dark, is it makes it seem smaller.
Yeah.
So it's one thing we got to remember too, is it's a small room. So
it is.
We got to try and make it not seem like a closet.
I don't know. I think I think it's going to turn out really cool.
I'm excited because
we're set up, because we got to get carpet and stuff in there too. I think, honestly, we should get a decent carpet. It's going to be a place that we're in all the time. If you get a decent carpet too, it has a little bit more padding in it. You'll feel less fatigued.
Not
if you're standing in there all the time. Yeah. And so
I think we went to Menards and we were looking. It was like $160, $200 range for
okay stuff. Yeah.
For just the cutout that we need.
And we can. That's also another thing we can always just upgrade, especially if we have the desk that we're thinking of where we can just take it apart.
Well, I think we're talking to the guy who owns it, and your friend, they just stapled it.
Yep,
so
stapled it
we'll
right.
Just do that, so we can just go and like we remember. All right, we stapled it this way. So many, and they just pull all those out and then just rip it up, and then we can put new stuff down.
Yeah.
Just change them out. I think that's the nice thing about this place is it's not like a studio was here already. You guys are now renting out the previous studio. It's like this is a clean box to customize whatever you want to do what you need.
Yeah. I don't know. We have a lot of opportunity here to make
we do
pretty cool.
It'll be a studio for recording music and a studio for the radio show too, which is nice. It's gonna be dual, so we'll have like an actual place to come in for the weekly show. We can do more of them, more content. We'll be making the music that'll be on the station right in the same room.
I feel like also with us paying for a studio, we're gonna have a lot more motivation to make more music as well of our own, just because we're definitely paying $150 every month to rent this room out.
It's real money going out, so we gotta get our value for it.
Yeah,
which I'm excited for, because
I mean, I think we can.
I think we just need to keep it going.
Yeah, we can really push what we have so far and probably get a decent little following going of just a solid.
Even if it's not a following, it's a fun hobby. I love this.
Oh well, yeah.
It's fun to now have like a clubhouse for it. That's kind of what I call it. Ooh.
Well, this is.
Do we call it the clubhouse?
The clubhouse.
I kind of like that.
Maybe. We'll think of names
this
for
is the hangout spot, the clubhouse.
I'm not against that.
Yeah. Now it's an audio, so we'll remember it. I listened to the last podcast a couple times, and
I listened to it once.
Yeah. I was just like, there were some things in there I wanted to remember, but
I had a couple people message me too who listened to it. So
cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad people are being able to enjoy the content we put out,
right?
Even if it's a few of them. I mean, it's a start.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere. I'm not going to start with 1 million viewers.
Right.
It's just not how it goes.
All right, so we're about 20 minutes in, 17 minutes. Do you want to start with a topic, or should I?
I'll start with a little short one that we're probably not going to talk a shit ton about. Okay. But Travis Scott reveals that Utopia is coming soon, a new album, which, I mean, I'm not going to be upset that a new Travis Scott album's coming out.
No.
I love Travis Scott.
I'm always excited and welcoming of new Travis Scott music, so
yeah.
I saw he was teasing that a few months ago, so I'm glad it's finally getting more.
Something to look forward to, that's for sure.
New music is always good music.
Yeah. What do you got?
All right. Let's do this one here. This one can be kind of a quicker topic. What era was better in rap? The 80s and the 90s, or 2000s and 2010s?
Okay, so 80s and 90s are like the pioneers who obviously really got it starting, and but I think we've expanded so much on that in the 2000s and 2010s that I have to go with that.
I also have to say, like, it's Gen 1 is the OG, but Gen 2 is usually...
And I'll still go back and listen to...
improvements on the first.
80s and 90s.
Oh, definitely.
Like, I have Snoop saved to my phone from when he was starting off.
So better era.
I love it. But
better era, you're going 2000s and 2010s.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to agree.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys think. You can tweet at us, CWHipHop,
I know
RB,
there's a lot
Instagram,
of old
Facebook.
heads out there. I have quite a few people that I've worked with that are like old heads. They're like, I hate the new shit, but the old shit is so good. And I'm like, well, yes, but
I think part of what it is that the old stuff was made in a studio, and like there was a select group, and there was only that much you had. But now with the 2010s and 2000s, like there was so much of it.
Yeah, they're putting so much into that, what hip hop is now, that they're not looking at what's actually been good coming out. They're just looking at the
everything.
pile.
Yeah. It's like watching everything on YouTube. You're like, YouTube sucks. Everything on here is garbage. Well, no, you got to find what channel you like. And like,
yeah.
So, I mean, I think we have so much that there is a lot of good
There's
variety.
just so much to
so
go
much
through.
Everyone.
And some of the big names are just kind of cookie cutter.
They are. But
I mean, that's okay.
people enjoy that. So
yeah, if that's what people
harm,
want,
but
that's
yeah,
what people
it's just
want.
sad it's the top stuff.
But I don't know. I also think that people who really dive into hip hop and just don't stay super surface level with everything have a wider range of audience, like not audiences, a wider range of artists that they listen to.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Because like I know there's some people who like just listen to radio hits. There's a lot of people who like the only music they get is from the radio.
I can't do that.
No, same.
No. But yeah, you're right. People do that, and I'm just not one of those people. All right, what other topic you got here?
Tell us your favorite artist without telling us your favorite artist. You know,
all right.
Don't say the name.
I'm gonna tell you my 2 favorite artists.
Okay.
In 1 sentence.
Okay.
Damn. Get off my dick.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Now what are yours?
I just really love the interview with Drewski.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also Not a Brown Bear.
All right.
Those are my top recently.
I don't think we should say who they are. I want people to guess. Go to our socials and do like a, I don't know.
Or if you're listening on SoundCloud, just comment it under the video.
Comment it on there.
Or
We
not
also,
the video, but
we also on our socials. We post the day after that the podcast is up now. You can comment on that post what you think our favorite artists are based off of our answers. I think we did some good ones. All right. Going with more artists. Name 3 artists that you think should form a group.
All right. So we've been sitting on this one a little bit, and I've had many thinking sessions for it because I couldn't come up with a great one until today. And I had Black Bear, Post Malone, and 24 Karat Golden.
I would listen to that group.
Oh, me too. All have incredible voices. All can hit that sad tone. All can also hit that party tone. I think they'd be really, really good together.
Mm-hmm. All right. Mine's not as closely related as yours are. Yours are pretty well in the same category.
Yeah.
But I have A$AP Rocky, Travis Scott, and Anderson .Paak.
Okay.
A$AP Rocky just because he can kind of touch on a lot of different vibes.
Yeah.
Which Travis Scott is a different vibe than Anderson .Paak. Mm-hmm. Is it Anderson .Paak or Anderson .Paak?
I say Pac.
I think it's Pac. I think you're right because it's 2 A's.
Yeah.
So Anderson .Paak and Travis Scott are kind of different. Like Anderson .Paak's got like a jazzy. He can also have like a fast. Same with Rocky, but Travis Scott's got kind of that Kid Cudi.
That melodic. Yeah.
Which A$AP Rocky can do too. So can Anderson .Paak. So I think all 3 of those together would form some pretty good hits.
Yeah, I agree. I would listen to that for sure.
I would totally listen to both of what we got, but I'm curious what other ones would work too, because there's a lot of artists out there. Like I was saying,
this was just trying to pick one.
There's so many artists you can pick from.
Mm-hmm.
That you can put them together.
And I was just trying to think of like one sort of genre that would work together super well, and so I went with the more melodic, sad tone because I mean I'm really into that shit too. Mm-hmm. I love that kind of music.
All right, got another one for us.
All right. How many flows do you think there have been since the start of rapping?
What do you mean? I guess flows.
How many different flows? Like different cadences, rhyming schemes, rhyme patterns, like different flows.
Well, thinking back to like when rap first started, like I got my hat on my head and the bus is what she said, or like just simple like that basic rhyme, all the way to like what we have now. I would say it's probably close to 300. It's a couple hundred.
300? That's all you're going
300
with?
to 500. Like that's probably my range, I would say. I just don't think like
I think
there's a lot of
multiple
copying.
thousands.
I think there's like evolution. Oh no, I think there's multiple evolutions, but they're close enough to where I don't know if I'd classify them as
They're
different.
If it isn't the same exact cadence, that's a different flow. That's the whole point of trying to find new flows. is it's going to sound probably similar to something that's been made, but if it's not exact, that's a new flow.
Yeah, I guess you're right. That would make it a new flow.
That's why I
think there's a lot of people who just straight up steal flows, or not steal, or like.
But you got to think about how many different artists there are.
Yeah, that's true too. It exponentially goes up.
Yeah, like we're not just talking about famous people.
Figure this out. Do you think there's been any studies of like how many different?
I sincerely doubt it.
You think so?
Oh yeah, there's no way.
Should we do one?
Dude, you know how much music is on the internet, rap music alone, just from the past 4 years.
What if we did like just all the top 100 songs, like just through the years?
Okay, but that's not gonna be anywhere near what we're asking.
But we get a good idea, and we're like, okay, it's well over 1,000, so it probably is a couple thousand. Or we're like, well, it's like.
It's definitely
there's like 100 of them.
Well over 1,000. I think you're shooting.
I
think
I am low estimating here. But I'll go 1,000 maybe.
Maybe. Oh, this guy.
Somebody $1, Bob. There's been one flow. Whoever's closest can't go
one
over.
Flow. It's been one flow, just different versions of that flow.
Just different versions. Yeah. Everybody's been copying Biggie Smalls since he's died. Nothing's been new. All right. Here's a little bit of news that I don't know how to take because it's got some curveball at the end here. LeBron James says he might do an album. Would you give it a listen? Like just with that information?
Probably.
Okay. He says it won't be rap because his love for music is insane and he wants to do something that isn't just mainstream. So it would not be a rap album, which is the first thing I thought.
Okay, here's the thing. It's not going to be a rap album, but I guarantee there's going to be rap on it somewhere.
I guarantee there would be too. What genre do you think he would take?
He'd take alternative R&B.
I think you're right.
If he's going to go with
I think rap is like, he's like, I'm not going to be like Eminem. Mm-hmm. He might do like Posty. Or something like more singing.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't see him singing.
Could you imagine LeBron James trying to like?
Who knows though? I've never seen him try to sing.
That's true. That is very true.
Because he could have a fucking
I'll listen
awesome
regardless.
voice.
I don't care what kind of genre it is.
I guess
I'll give it a chance.
You don't know until you hear it.
That's true.
I have no idea.
It's LeBron James. It's not like he's gonna have some nobody producing his stuff. He's gonna have some of the best helping produce.
Well, and he
project.
said it's not gonna be a rap album. That leaves a whole. It could be country.
It could be country. It could be EDM.
That'd be pretty cool. Doesn't Shaq already do that?
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe he's
a DJ.
Is he? Oh yeah, that's right. He has those videos online, like changing the music, and everybody's dancing around it. We're about a half hour out. Anything you want to add? Anything on your mind? Something with the show? I think we're gonna be getting Jedi Miz in here soon. Hopefully mid-month.
Speaking of, we need to get his new song.
We do. I guess he has it out on Spotify now. We got to update the Spotify playlist. We have that as well. Link on CWHipHop.com.
I also think it's time for us to really crack down on trying to get people to share the station more and give that incentive of, hey, the more you share, the more you play. Because realistically, that's how we're all going to grow together, is if we're sharing each other's stuff. Like, I already know that, like, Zill's pretty good about it. Like, we have a couple artists that have been pretty on top of it. They might not share every week, but they share pretty much every other at least.
Yeah.
So we have some people who definitely are helping push it. But we also have some who haven't pushed it since the first week they were on. Yeah.
And I get it. Like, it's not that big yet, but there's only one way to get it there. And we got to continuously be supporting it. But...
Well, because the only thing that happens is if we get more listeners on here, everyone gets more listeners on their music.
That's true, too. I mean, it only benefits everyone.
Say Jedi shares it, and he gets maybe 3 or 4 people to come in. They hear a song by LF that they really like. They go and click on his profile. LF now just gained a listener.
Yeah.
Like,
and I know I've had people in my life tell me that they saw a link to it and they clicked it, went through, just kind of saw how many people were there. Like, wow, I had no idea.
Yeah.
There were this many people. And we don't even have them all. Like, there's so many artists out there we haven't even talked to yet.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird.
It's kind of weird. I didn't realize.
I didn't think we were going to get this many people on it. I thought we were going to cap out at like 10.
Yeah, me too, honestly. And I was like,
and that was going to be a hard cap.
And that was going to be like, now what do we play? Just 10 songs. We got to hope everybody releases more music.
And now we just keep continuously finding people.
We try and find new people to play new music. We got a lot of, I think this show.
You were talking about kind of like an artist cap. I don't think we should have that.
No, not a cap. Were you saying my 20?
Yeah.
No, I was saying after 20, we need to start funding the station. So
I got you.
There's an entry fee for it of like, hey, submit, but this is. Yeah. We're going to have the main 20, basically the main 20 artists can submit songs. We're still thinking about it, but they can submit their songs still because they were the ones who started it, but after a while we gotta support it and the artists have to kind of put it in. So then maybe they're incentivized to start sharing it because they had to pay to get entered. It wasn't just free.
Yeah.
That's one thing with like Western society here is anything free is just kind of taken advantage of versus like grateful for. So when you pay something, that's why when you go to college, it's like, okay, you paid for it, now learn. It's
yeah,
like,
that's why. But I also, like, you're saying the 20 artists, we have to make sure we have, like, people coming in consistently.
Yeah, no, like there's not a...
Our shows are around
any
20 to 25 people right now. That's not enough for someone to throw money in just yet.
That's more than there was a year ago of people
100%.
listening to local
And
hip-hop.
we're just going to continue to go up. I already know that. But we're going to have to at least double that before I think we can ask people to be like, hey, give us money to get on this.
There's only one way to get money, though, and grow. I mean, at some point, we have to make the flip.
Well, yeah.
So, I mean, it's nothing that's coming right now. I mean, it might even be 25. Who knows? It was just a number we're talking about.
Yeah.
Off air. It's just plans we have. But we just at some point here have to start turning money back in, and so we can promote more, so we can get more people in and make money for the artists. Because if we can make money for the artists to make more music, then
I see us.
We feed the cycle of the ecosystem, and
yeah, I see us also with most of the money that comes in. We're pretty much going to be putting it right back into it, of just like trying to build it up more, get more people in, like to listen, to grow the artists around us, to get more people in, to grow the people around us. Like it's a cycle with that. And
it's self-feeding.
Yeah,
we just got to keep pushing it until it's,
because like off. And then once we do get to a point of like, hey, we can do this as a job, say we get to that point, then once we can do it as a job, we don't have to worry about our other jobs on top of it, and we can really put everything into it and make it just explode.
We could go live every day.
Yeah. I would love that.
For multiple hours, and then I was thinking we could do like this podcast on Twitch and do like donations. You get access to the stream, interact with us live on the show, things like that. Like,
yeah,
it's just giving content so that way there's engagement. I think that's how you keep people in and help build the scene, is you have to engage them.
Well, and
nobody's gonna just want to make your music if you like, you're just like, listen. It's like, why do I want to listen to you?
Yeah, I have my old, it's not old, but I have a little like video camera.
I think we buy a new one.
My computer, well, when I used to stream, it was high res 1080p.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, high res little camera. Because I
That'd
streamed
be nice.
for like 2 years.
What'd you stream?
Video games.
Okay. Well, I kind of figured, but what game?
Yeah. I don't want to talk about it.
It's okay. I know.
I played a little bit of PUBG and CSGO and then some other games.
Okay. Yeah, no, that would work, because I think the more presence we have online, the more familiar people are with us, the more it'll help the artist grow. And
yeah. I think starting a live stream is huge. It's a pain in the ass to start gaining a following on those services.
Right.
But once you get traction, it's so much easier to grow.
Well, I kind of saw how long it took with the station.
Yeah.
It took about a year to get 25 consistent.
Yeah, but you also didn't start pushing it.
That's true.
But that's how it usually goes for streaming too. A lot of people start, they don't really push it. They just kind of
build it,
sitting there, talking to themselves in stream. That's how I did it. I was streaming for 2 years. My first 9 months, it was me and sometimes one other person. And then all of a sudden, a couple other people join in.
And then what'd you do?
They're like, oh, hey, this is awesome. You obviously interact with them. You talk to them. You build a community around it. I have a really dark sense of humor, so a lot of my viewers also did. And I love to play. I played a bunch of rap music while I played my games. And everyone who was in my chat liked rap music. So between the dark humor and the rap music and my personality of just talking to them and being who I am, you start to build a following of people who are like, yeah, I enjoy this. And you got to be talkative. You got to be persistent. You got to be consistent as well of like streaming daily. And that's why like I can't wait until we're able to, you know, really grab this by the balls and fucking go for a ride. Because like I love just going head first into it. It's been weird recently of like we're kind of half in because you have a full-time job during the week. I work all weekend, so our schedules conflict a little bit. Mm-hmm. But like once we're able to be on that same schedule, this shit's just gonna blast off.
I hope so. I think it will too. Like I see potential. One thing you were talking about your video game streaming, you were doing giveaways, and that's what kind of helped.
Yeah, I did a couple.
And that's what we're gonna be getting here soon. Is hopefully Jedi Miz is coming in with a project. We have some stickers we can give away. Hopefully some T-shirts we can do soon. Things just to kind of help promote, and people like free stuff.
Yeah.
So they'll tune in for free stuff. We need to.
Well, and that's why I mentioned the T-shirts and stuff earlier, and posters and stuff like that. Because if people want those things, then we can get a little online shop going, and then we can also do these giveaways of like, hey, here's a free shirt.
You know, it'd be kind of cool
for doing this, this, and this. You know,
doing like each year like a fundraiser, making, you know, like, okay, this is going back to like high school. You remember when the sports teams would do like posters every year to raise money for their sport? And they like have a picture of all the players.
Yeah.
What if we did that for like CWHipHop, like of the year, and like everybody who's on the station, we like crop them into like a poster, and then like each year it's always different, and then we could like sell those and then give giveaways, and like that's that edition. Like we do the rapper cards online.
I think even if we didn't sell those, I want one of them.
Yeah, like I think it'd be really cool.
Like I think that'd just be cool to have.
Like once we start doing live shows, we can take like action shots and stuff of them on stage and then crop them out. Because we have a graphics designer. I know we can.
Yeah, we should talk to him about getting that set up.
We need a photographer and stuff like that to take the pictures, but that could easily be done.
Yeah, we have friends who do photography.
We have friends at high places.
Wouldn't say high places, but we're all starting off about our age.
Yeah.
And like, we're amateurs, but amateurs turn into professionals.
Turn professional. Or you stop doing it and then nobody remembers who you are and you just kind of fade out.
And let's not do that.
Yeah. All right, so we're coming up 15 minutes to the show. Why don't we end it here? Go follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at CWHipHop. PriZm, where can we find you at?
You can find me on Instagram at PriZmRap, PRIZMRAP, and on my Facebook page at PriZm, PRIZM. Thanks for stopping in today.
Yeah, tune in Wednesdays at 6 p.m. for the live show. We have replays through the week. We have the Wisconsin Music Podcast Mondays at 4 p.m., Breaking and Entering Radio Friday at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., and then Saturday 10 p.m. to noon, 10 a.m. to noon. And then we have the Fire at 5 every day at 5 p.m. That plays the best music on the station.
You sure it's at 5?
It's at 5 p.m. Yep, every 5. So you can check out CW Hip Hop on Instagram. We have a schedule of all of the shows on there, so you can never miss a show. And we'll be sharing it on their stories, so make sure you follow us there so you get reminders every day.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
Peace.